Hello guys, welcome back to the garden. I hope you're all having a great day so far. Today's video is going to be all about our aloe vera here and how we almost killed it and put it to rest for good. I've had this thing for about 3 years now, so I estimate the plant to be maybe 3.5 or 4 years old. And just this last year it bloomed for the first time, and for the first time ever it also almost died. I'm going to tell you guys about how that happened and then what we're doing now that it's in this state to make sure that it recovers with no issues whatsoever. So this aloe vera was at the in-laws house when we were moving and everything. We had moved everything except for my houseplants. I wanted to save that for later. So I kept my houseplants in the house, and like I said, we just didn't touch them for a little bit because we were super busy moving all of our other stuff in. So my mother-in-law had moved this outdoors, but what she didn't realize is that this didn't have a drainage hole, or it did have a drainage hole, but it was plugged. So there's a little plug in the bottom of this that you can take out to allow for drainage. And so she set it outside, didn't take out that drainage hole, and then we had a really wet spring. So this thing was completely waterlogged for quite some time, and that resulted in the damage that you're seeing here. We've got almost all of this here from these first three actually down, are just about completely dead at this point. This plant unfortunately really has suffered a major hit because of this. I am surprised that it even survived after being waterlogged for so long, and seeing how much damage this aloe has actually taken on. I am very happy that it is indeed starting to grow again, and I think it might flush out some brand new, happy and healthy growth as a result of this damage. So what we've got in this aloe is 3 new leaves that are completely happy and healthy. These actually were about 1.5 inches tall when this thing was put out in the weather and nearly died. So these were the only 3 new shoots that were growing, and I decided to do nothing with it. I drained this out, I made sure the water was out of it, and then I put it outside in very bright light. I would say that a lot of people are going to react by wanting to fertilize this, wanting to give this nutrients, and wanting to maybe repot it or something like that as soon as possible. But that's actually going to give the plant a lot more stress right off the bat than doing nothing but leaving it alone, making sure that you take out your seal from the bottom or get rid of that water, and then placing it in as bright of sunlight as possible. So if it is during the summertime and you can put it outside and where it gets full sunlight during the day, you definitely want to do that. But if you're inside and you don't have access to that, like if it's a cold winter like we have here in Wisconsin, then you're definitely going to want to get it under a grow light as much as you can. Granted, you don't want to burn the tips, but that's very hard to do on an aloe. So this has been growing like this now for about a month. And what I'm going to do now at this point, since we do have a lot of new growth, like I said, these were only 1.5 inches, and then this tall one was maybe 3 inches. Now that they've doubled or almost tripled in size there in that center, I'm fairly confident that this is going to hang on, and it's going to continue the growth of this plant, and it's going to support the plant. So what I'm going to do is tear off all of these limbs that are completely dead. So this one might be okay. This one I'm going to pull off because I feel it really soft. And then obviously all these ones that are brown from the damage, I'm going to pull those off too. So taking off the leaves of your aloe vera are really easy. All you have to do is take your hand and then pull it across sideways. Oops, that one didn't really come off. There, rip it right off there. Set this off to the side. Since they are damaged, I'm not going to use it for anything. If they were happy, healthy leaves, then I definitely would use the aloe vera gel. But in this case, I'm not going to. So again, just grab it, twist it off, just like that. Just get a nice, clean removal, just like that. So the reason why you don't want to repot this or anything, you just want to leave it alone, is because it's already gone through so much stress, and just adding any extra stress might bring it to its breaking point. So while you think you might be remedying the problem, you're actually going to make it worse, if not kill your plant. So that's why I waited this time period. I waited a good month, and until I saw some good signs of healthy growth, and then I continued to do what we're doing right here. So peeling all of these off. Got some earwigs in there since it's been outside. I'm not sure if those are dangerous or harmful to the plant at all, but I'm going to remove those as I see them. Okay, and out in the front, get that one, that one, that one, this one here, and then just one more. So we definitely removed a lot. Just going to take these and throw them in our compost pile. So it might seem like a pretty harsh cutback, but this aloe vera is going to be doing just fine. And in fact, I think this year it's going to see a lot of new growth. I mean, it already got massive after we repotted it in a previous video. But I think despite this damage here, flushing all of this new growth up at the top and then probably repotting it once again, as it starts to get into a more healthy state, then I think I'm going to repot it, and then I will refertilize it, give it its yearly fertilization, and that's going to be it. But for now, I'm going to leave this as is, again, in bright, full sunlight without any fertilization for the next, I would say, about another month and a half or 2 months, and then I'm going to give it a nice fertilizing and possibly give it a new pot and rejuvenate the soil. So that is how I'm gonna keep my aloe vera from dying after an extremely hard shock, something that came so close to killing it, and yet this aloe survived. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope your gardens are growing, you're getting out there, getting dirty, getting in the dirt, and having a lot of fun. I hope you found today's video entertaining and possibly even learned a little bit. Happy gardening, and we'll see you in the next episode.